I've done a little sketch. That little squirt, I think. Little squirt with some water. Cerulean blue, tiny bit of Payne's grey in it. Dip my brush in a tiny bit more water. Want it thinning out as it comes down. There, like that'll make sound. Right, I'm gonna mix now. Sort of, I don't know, sort of bluey colour, but then I want a creamy colour in it as well. You know what? I might mix it on me. I might actually just mix it on my paper. Let's mix up a cerulean blue, a bit more Payne's grey, tiny bit of Bont Umber in it and all. And just get the outline. In fact, yeah, let's do that. So that's the outline of it. It's distant, you see. So I want this soft edge on it because it's distant. I'm going to try not to go into them bits there because they're going to be highlighted. About there, then I think a bit about there. Right, now let's mix up. Let's wash my brush now and mix up because I want that blue out of my brush because I want a creamy colour now. So I don't really want it going green. So I'll mix some yellow and some light red. Don't know if any on you's got light red. It's like a browny red, or any red will do, to be honest. If it goes a bit green, if you mix like a bright red, green. If you mix a bright red and it goes a bit orange, pop some a bit of Bont Umber in it to kill the orange colour. Right. Well, actually, I forgot to sketch in here. There's a brightly coloured plant, so I could have done with painting round there. So I got some white paper to put the bright coloured plant in, but it's a little bit late for that now. Right, that's that. That's not looking bad, is it? And then I'm going to dip my brush into my cerulean blue with that same colour what's on, that original colour. Now I've gone into cerulean blue without washing my brush. I'm going to pull that through, a bit more cerulean blue, pull that through there, and just get some more colours mixing so there's an extra colour in there. Let me go to some more blue and just try and get that. I don't want that edge fading too much. Nah, just looking at it, I think I'm going to add a tiny bit of like Payne's grey in and just put a few tiny little dark highlights in it, just in places. Just a few bits, not loads, a few little bits, look, like that. I think that'll do it. There, that should be sound. Right. I think what I probably need to do now. Right, where's these light colours? They're going to be light there. So what I think I'm going to do, I can either dab that out with a cloth and get rid of that blue. But what I've done, I'm thinking if I put pure yellow in with that, it'll mix with that blue and turn green anyway. So rather than dab it out, I'll mix it in. And that'll give me a nice soft edge and all. There, that's nice, isn't it? Then let's come up here and all and do same. I'll be going over there. This is actually dark on the reference photo. Calls it a reference photo because that's all it is. It's for a reference. It's not to copy. Right, this is quite green down here. Into there. Well, it's like that yellow there. On the reference photo, this is a beach type colour, but I think I'm going to do it a grass colour anyway. I've gone a bit more of a beachy colour there, but I think I'm going to go over it with a green anyway. Some more yellow in, that's it. I think I'm going to take this more green. I think I'll probably stick a few rocks in and all. I'll leave some little white bits for highlights. Right, what's here? Here, look. Let's have, on top of this is like a big grassy bit, and then it's like fell away and fell into the river. So it's all like rocks and stuff in the river. So I think I'll make highlight on top of there. I'll go above that line because it's dripping down my page. So that's my grass colour. Right, I'm going to stick a bit of blue into that. Take that slightly more green. Oh, there's a hair come out of my brush there. Stick a bit of that slightly more green in as well. Look, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, I like that. Yeah, so that's that. Right, there's a big bush in here. Same again. I forgot to sketch it in and I'm going to paint round it, but if I use pure yellow on it, it'll mix with them colours and go a nice green anyway, because it's mixed with them colours. So that's what I'll do. Look at that, it's going a nice green. And that's just pure yellow. It's mixed with them colours that's already on, so it sent it a nice green colour, look. And then that can drip in there if it wants to, or it wants. There. That's nice, doesn't it? Now, all these other bushes. Oh, in fact, there's a green one here. Not quite as green as that one. There's one about there, just in front, and then there's a big dark brush here. Bush. These here, oh, that one there. That one's a creamy green actually, but a tiny bit of light red, back into that yellow, and more into that. That's like that colour. Yeah, that's nice. Like that. Then, what else we got? Oh, yeah. Some of these bushes up here are a really creamy colour. There's one about there, look. Really creamy coloured. So I'll whap that in. That's nice. And then, let me go into some Bontumber for my next one, I think. I'm starting off light, and I'll probably end up going over them again with some darker, taking them even darker than this. So that's a Bontumber coloured, and that can get a bit more of that Bontumber into there, taking that one a bit darker. Look, I'll probably go back over that one in a minute. Right, probably think now I want some really dark green, so let's mix some green up. Yellow and blue for green. Using quite dry paint at the minute, so it my brush breaks a bit and gets some of them. See some of them little jagged bits. That works better if you've got quite a light paint. Oh, tell you what I want to do. I think just dab that out. That could be end up being a reflection, but I'll just dab it out for now. There, hold on. Right. Yeah, let's get a really dark green. So I've got quite a dark green, which is yellow and blue, and then I'm going to add a bit of Payne's grey in it to take it even darker. I think Payne's grey is going to be my best colour for this. It's sort of silhouetted a bit, so it's nearly black. That don't look bad at that. Right, I've gone really, really dark now, and that's for. It looks like some of this stuff comes in here, in front of this. So let's do that. And it comes around there. It goes around these two. It goes around that one. And it goes around there. Right, I'm going to stick some more green in this. Take it a bit more greeny colour. And then this sort of comes through here. Through here like that. Right through there, it sort of stops about there. So if I bring that down, then down, ooh, down into there. You know what? I'm going to take mine right through to the edge of that one there instead of stopping it there. See, I ain't got to do what my original picture's doing. I can do what I want. It's my picture. You haven't got to paint exact. This on my original picture's all rocks here. I wanted a bit of green in. What did I do? Put a bit of green in. Right, now. What shall I do? Tell you what, let me go into a bit of brown. Brown, use any brown you've got. I'm using Bontumber. If you haven't got Bontumber, just use any old dark brown what you've got. It's not that important. See, I haven't even cleaned my brush. So I've had that colour on my brush and dipped into Bontumber. So the colour now, what's on my brush, it's not Bontumber. Mainly because I dipped into that. So it's not giving me a Bontumber colour. Right, I'm going to take this stuff darker, I think. In fact, that one, I'm going to do that darker colour on top of that all the way up. So there's just little bits of that showing through. That looks quite nice. And then this one, I've added some yellow in, took it back a creamy colour. Same again, I'm going to go all the way up with that on top on it. Now it's dried a bit, take it a bit darker. And then I've just dipped into a tiny bit of Payne's Grey. Tiny bit, just for some low lights down here. And I'll do the same on this one. Just for a few. But I'll take that one up a bit more. That's it. That's sound. Right, now I'm going to dip into yellow now. Add a bit of water to my brush. Dip that colour back into yellow. And with all them other colours on my brush, it's giving me a really, really mucky type green colour. What I think is going to be sort of perfect. I'm going to leave a few little gaps in that from that original green. That's nice. Oh, I nearly forgot my bush there. There's a bush there. In fact, let's colour these bushes in a bit and all with that same colour. That's it. A bit there, into there. That's them bushes. A bit more water on my brush. There, bring some of these greens down. That's it. Let's a bit more yellow and blue for more of a greeny colour. I think I'm going to keep leaving some of this original yellow colour, little gaps, so you can see some of that yellow and all. I'm liking all this spider webby stuff here. It's looking nice. I'll give some of that in. Into a bit of pure yellow again now. Stick a bit of that in. Yeah, this is coming along nice. More pure yellow. Some of that in around there. Oh, look at all these drips and that around here, looking lovely. Tell you what I might do, just down the edge near there, pop a bit of mud in. Same again, this is all rocks in my picture, but I'm not slaving to my picture. I'm painting what I want in it. I'll bring that up there a bit, mixes in with them colours nice. Look at that, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that, all them drips. Right, come over to this side. More Bontumber. And I dab my Bontumber right up there, look. Some of this green's going to run into it. What I'm going to like, it's going to look nice. I'll let some of that run in, because that'll give me a nice soft edge there. This bit here, look, it's going to give me nice soft edges where that green's running in. Right, now then, let's pull that down to the bottom, just using water. So I'll just dip my brush in water at that, and then I'm just getting this. It'll all just go down. Look, that's the edge there. I might strengthen that up a bit, because that in my painting is slightly silhouetted. In my photograph, slightly silhouetted. Right, so that's that coming to there, leaving some little highlights where light's hitting. Right, I'm going to go into some Payne's Grey now and just come under some of that with some Payne's Grey, because that'll be dead dark under there where the grass is overhanging a bit. That's it, something like that. I think also down here where mud is, and some little low lights popped in anyway. Oh, that edge, I think that'd be, get some more Payne's Grey. Some corner here. You can use a small brush for this if you want. I'm trying to paint dead quick, so you don't get bored. Right, swish that in some Bontumber and get some muddy banks down here, look. All this bottom bit. I want some muddy banks. That's more wet. That's darker because it's going to be wet where water's splodging about. In fact, I like a bit of Bontumber in that and all. Maybe it's a bit of dark blue and all. Like a bit of dark blue in. Make it a bit more interesting. Oh, that's nice, look. There. Oh, it's not registering as dark blue. So I didn't wash my brush. So it's just gone in, mixed with all them other colours, and it's just a bit more interesting than just a Payne's Grey on its own. Yeah, that's looking nice. Right, I think what I might do now, is that too dark to come in? Get some muddy banks down here, look. That's nice. There, a bit in there. In fact, let's have some low lights in that bush and in that bush, look. Some muddy banks. So muddy banks done with them dark blues Payne's greys, browns and that. There, nice. Right, I'm going to stick that same muddy colour, without washing it, into some really dark muddy green what I've got. So it's going to look like nearly the same, but it won't quite be the same. It's slightly more green. In fact, let's get around there. I might stick it in some yellow in a minute. There, now I've just stuck it in some yellow. Blend that in. There. This here, can't see the mud as much because it's sort of underneath. I'm looking that way in, you see. So, oh, look at this down here. I don't know if you can see that. Soak that up into that colour. I'll pop it back in up there, look. All them colours down there in that splodge. Pop them back in. Right. Sounds a pound. Right, now, the water's going to be reflected from sky. There's no massive big trees to put loads of green in and that. So it's going to be mainly blue. Right, I'm just looking at this tree. That tree there's sort of that sort of shape. Something like that. That's it. Yeah. So I think mix a bit of green up. A bit of yellow. A bit of blue. And I ain't cleaned my brush. I've done yellow and blue to mix this green, but I ain't cleaned my brush. So that's this is actually light against. Oh no, it's pretty. That's pretty much how it is on my photo. There's some darker bits, some lighter bits. I've gone into a really dark green now for this lower bit. It's still wet, so it's all sapping in and mixing nice. This one, what colour's that one? Oh yeah, right. This one. Let's colour this one in. Same, exactly the same. Just a bit of extra water. That one coloured in like that. There, right now. There's a really, really dark green one. I'm going to go yellow, blue and Payne's grey. And that comes up into here. I've got to get this edge on here, look. It's right up next to that one. It's right near this floor. It don't quite go up to that one. So it's like that. It's quite big. Yeah, it's bigger than that one, so it's right up here like that, look. Yeah. Something like that. And it, oh in fact, yeah, it comes around here, it like engulfs that one. Right around there like that. But that's good, because that's given me, just break that edge up a bit. That's given me a nice contrast of light against dark in there, you see. Right, a bit more tad of yellow into that same colour what I've got. Just pop a bit, that'll take it a bit more green in the middle. A bit more yellow in. Just to get a bit of, tiny bit of green in the middle. But it's pretty dark in colour this is. Build it up a bit more. It's a dark bush that is. Right, I'm just looking at, yeah, looking at that, there's no shadows coming off. They're slightly behind that hill on my photograph, so I think I'll have it just the same, that they're slightly behind that hill. So there's no shadows a note coming off it. If they were smack bang on top of that hill, there'd probably be shadows and stuff, but they're not. That there, that's dark against light. That's a separate hill further back. And on my photo, that's darker than that. I think that's about it. And that's the highlighted bits, the top of that hill, like I say, they're further over. What will I have for time? 20 minutes, I best get a move on. I just want that slightly darker. I've got some Payne's grey and just stuck a bit of Payne's grey in. And just take some slightly darker bits in. That's it. There. And I think this as well, you know. It's a bit darker than what it's looking, and this. There. That's better. What's these? Yeah, these are darker as well. So I'm just whacking low lights in there. Are they behind that? Yeah, they're behind as well. So this here, there's like a bit of a bankment here, look. And this is all showing this light against dark up. So let's darken all this. Yeah, this is all pretty dark. And if it goes against there, that's showing that bit up there, look. just strengthening that up a bit. There we are. I could, shall I? Why not? I'm going to stick a couple of little twigs and bits in. Something like that. Not too bad. I'm going to look. Maybe just put one there. A couple in there, that'll do. Right. Thinking water. It's virtually, there's a lot of white in this water. Right, let me wash my brush completely, squeeze it out, so not to waste any paint. That nice dark green on there. Squeeze that out. I've not got my tea towel on my knee. Should be on my knee where I need it. Just put it there now. Or on 20 minutes I need to be quick. Right, I'll show you how I do water, or I've been doing it just lately. So, I've been coming in and I've been getting just some water on my brush like that. I'll take that green. There'll be bits of green and stuff floating into this. On my photo there's all rocks here. Rocks cover the stream here, so you can't see, but I'm guessing that there'll be reflections in the water. But you can't actually even see them on my picture because they're all the rocks. Right, I'm going to come in here now out of that and just, I think if I start at front like this, and then as I go to the back, they'll get less and less paint on my brush, and it'll look more distant naturally, rather than me having to mess about. There's a bit of green in there, what's dripped down, and a bit there. Oh, not too worried about that. Right, now I'm thinking some low lights, so I'm going to just get some Payne's Grey and just pop a bit of that in just for some low lights. That's too strong. Dabbed it in a bit of water. Just pop a few low lights in. I'll pop a few in there to hide that green a bit. There's not much back there. That's not looking bad to me. It's looking pretty nice. Maybe let's get some brown. Mix a bit of brown up. Maybe even a bit of Payne's Grey in it as well. Everything I'm mixing on my palette, there's all mud in the bottom of my palette. I never clean it, so I get mucky colours. Well, most artists hate mucky colours, but I quite like them. I always think they look quite realistic. Let's have there, make that look like there's a couple on there, a couple of rocks just under the water. Look, that's what they're supposed to look like, rocks under the water. So what I think I'll do, where's my little scraper? This one. If I just scrape them like that, they'll look like rocks under the water, hopefully. There, that cures where them drips are. So that's sand. Right, I want some rocks above the water now, so all I'm going to do, thicker paint and do the same thing, just with thicker paint. Payne's Grey and Bontumber I've decided to use. Right, let's have a look, because these are all over the place. So there's some in here, there's some up on grass here. I'm going to scrape them straight in, because once they dry, you'll not scrape them in. You can even scrape a few bits in. What you haven't chopped out, what you haven't done in, I think you know what I'm on about. Like that one, look, what's not, I haven't darkened it, I just scraped it straight into the grass. Always seems to work alright. Right, so yeah, let's have some here then. There's going to be a few rocks down here on this side bit, I think. So these now is above the water. There we are. There. We could definitely have some in here, look. Plenty of space here for some. There. Well, and then get some in back. I'm going to add a bit of water to my brush to do them in back. So I want them more fainter. Let's see what that looks like. I want these a bit more fainter, so there's going to be a few. You know what, I might not even bother trying to scrape them. Just leave them like that. They're in distance, so they haven't got the detail. Right, I think that'll do. I want a signature on it. Brush, get a signature on it. B, B, Bertie D, and a couple of little things there, look, little dots, what's when we paint splodge. So I'll make them 3 dots there into birds. So that's Peter, Paul and Gladys. All that for a fly. Right, that's it. See the old beach in it.